Good morning, Cardano Army. It's your boy Boomin coming at you with yet another video. Go ahead and do all the things that the algorithm likes. Let's get right into the show, guys. So today we're talking about ADA. So let's go ahead and move on. Take a look at the price here. We are at 93 cents. Yeah, correction is still going on. We're down about 22% over the last 2 weeks, guys. It hurts, but you know, with great rise, sometimes you have a correction. Not too worried. We're going to continue to stack. We're going to continue to stake. We're going to continue to chill. Let's go ahead and move on. Take a look at the native asset market here. SNAC is still going strong, I guess. I mean, it's down 14%, but still at number 1. World Mobile Token number 2. AIG coming on up with number 3. It looks like that one coin kind of fell off the market here. Well, it's not on the trending list anymore. It was a coin up here at number 3 yesterday. I forgot what it was called, but it went down like 1,000%. But looks like we got another meme coin on the Cardano blockchain here. It's called BAC. Let's see how long that lasts. But liquid here going down. Hopefully that can reverse, but yeah, I mean, it's a correction. It happens. Let's go ahead and move on, guys. All right, so we got some big news here. Ledger has now added ADA, so this is pretty cool. Great news, Cardano community. ADA is now available to swap on Ledger Live desktop via our partner Exodus. You do have to KYC when using that, but you can now swap ADA directly from your ledger for ultimate security. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on. So we have bridging between Cardano and Solana. So this has been here for a while. I've wanted to do a video, like a full-length video about this, but I just never got around to it. So this is Vechain. Vechain is a cross-chain bridge for multiple coins, guys. We're talking pretty much any dang coin you could think of. But they have now integrated Cardano to the new bridge here. So let's take a look at this video.
Vechain has recently been on a mission establishing routes between Cardano and Solana. The two biggest assets, USDT and USDC, are now available to bridge directly between these two major blockchains. Why connect two ecosystems that are often seen as rivals? The answer is interoperability. Vechain's mission is to simplify cross-chain asset transfers and unite blockchain networks, making it easier for users to benefit from each ecosystem's unique opportunities. With this bridge, users can skip the hassle of multiple steps, gaining easier access to liquidity pools, staking, and yield farming opportunities on both chains. Vechain plans to go a step further by introducing a direct bridge for Sol, giving dApps like Liquid and MinSwap the opportunity to integrate Sol on their platforms. By bridging Cardano and Solana, Vechain is setting a new standard for blockchain interoperability and cooperation.
Now,
Vechain.
There is a way that you can use Vechain to get USDC to convert your ADA to USDC, but it's very, very expensive, guys. Like
Vechain,
you know, moving any significant amount of money, it's probably not worth it. You know, now if you got millions and millions of ADA, you know, it might be worth it if you want to do it, you know, semi-privately. You don't mind paying the fees, but some of these Vechain fees are, it could get expensive. But this will allow Solana to actually be integrated into Cardano ecosystem. So now that people who like all the Solana meme coin guys, they can now come on over here to Cardano and pump some of these bags hopefully. So this is definitely a good integration. I might do it if you guys want to see it. If you guys don't comment about it down below, then we'll forget about it and move on. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. And then finally, guys, we have a demonstration of the Hydra transaction streaming plugin we built and how it can seamlessly interface the Hydra node with Scrolls, a Rust-based toolkit created by TXPipe for consuming, processing, and storing Cardano blockchain data. Now, why is this important? A couple weeks ago, they had a Doom tournament and was able to produce over 1 million transactions per second. Absolutely insane. So that was just the test net. It looks like the building is continuing. I'm going to play it. Let's go ahead and show it. And I love you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hello, this is a quick update on the Catalyst project for the Hydra transaction streaming plugin. This will cover milestone 4, which was to implement a Scrolls plugin to demonstrate the work that we've done on Hydra can integrate Hydra with kind of the broader Cardano ecosystem. So as a reminder, we've been working on this event source and event sync abstraction for Hydra, which allows you to define your own places to store and read events and places to emit them, so that you can, for example, implement a Unix socket that doesn't have the overhead of JSON serialization, or you can save to Postgres instead of just a flat file on disk, or kind of all these customizations that you might need to operationalize and productize Hydra. Previously, we had built one example, which is Hydra Ogmios, which reads from that UDP socket example to imitate the Ogmios API for Hydra, so that if you have a bunch of code written using the Ogmios JSON APIs, you can plug this in with very minimal overhead to read from your Hydra node with minimal changes. This time, we have submitted a pull request to the Scrolls project, which is a great project by TXPipe that allows Rust programs to basically consume from and write to different sources and process data in the interim. It's kind of a generic component to allow people to do that. So we've added a Hydra UDP, and Hydra WebSocket sources. These components allow you to plug a Scrolls program into Hydra, similar to how Ogmios would. And we made it pretty flexible so that you could consume from, directly from the UDP socket with the custom integration that we built, directly from their WebSocket API that's pre-existing, which may come with some JSON serialization overhead, but might be easier to work with for some people. And we've even added so that you can point it at Hydra Ogmios, which we built last time. And so I've got a quick recording here that the developer did, and we're going to show off all three of those. So right here, Scrolls is configured via a TOML file. So we've got these 3 different TOML files that we're going to use. And then we've got a Hydra head running locally that we'll flip to in a second. So this is the running Hydra head with 3 participants. This is Hydra Ogmios running. These are the Hydra heads. We've got a bunch of funds in them, and we're going to go ahead and build a transaction here, transfer some of those funds from one user to another, using an address that we're tracking via Scrolls. And so then if we go over here and we run cargo run daemon with a particular config, in this case, we're going to run with just the plain WebSockets. And so it reads, and that last entry there is that 32222 is the transaction that we sent. And you can see all the ones in the past for the other ones that were implemented. So that's consuming directly from the Hydra WebSocket. We can also consume directly from the so that used Scrolls to save it into Redis. And so then we queried that, and we see that those transactions showed up. So it shows that we can leverage the power of Scrolls to compose those sources and sinks. We didn't write the Redis stuff, but because it's built within Scrolls, you can kind of plug those together very easily. And so now we're going to show off the same thing using the UDP socket. So we ran there. And I think they're just each writing to 3 different databases so that we can show how it works. In this case, is doing a full sync, and we're going to submit another transaction so we can see that show up in that new database. And so that shows up there. That's the transaction that we just built. With if you go back in the video, you'll see the exact amount and all that. and we can query Redis for the details of that transaction and see that it's the 344444. So then let's run it one more time with connecting to Hogmios, which are Hydra Hogmios, which is what we built last time. And then you could see all of the transactions here. And we can pick one of those, I think. That might be on the end of the demo. So this demonstrates that the event source and event sync mechanism that we've built provides a really rich plugin architecture where you can replace it with custom UDP components to write out in your own custom formats. And in particular, scrolls, for example, can read directly from that UDP to minimize the overhead of all of the JSON serialization in between. Or, you can have it saved directly to a Postgres database directly within Hydra. Or if somebody wanted to, instead of using scrolls, they could implement a custom event sync that's saved directly to Redis to eliminate that overhead. So it really gives a lot of flexibility to people building with Hydra to make Hydra work for their purposes. That satisfies this milestone. Next up will be kind of soliciting feedback from people who use scrolls and Ogmios, encouraging them to try it out and give us feedback, and then incorporate that feedback into follow-up PRs. We're getting close to the end of this project, and we hope that the broader Cardano community finds it useful. Thanks.